Hey, how's it going, everybody? Michael Fireborn here. Today we're talking about spiritual hygiene. Spiritual hygiene, if you don't know what that means, you can look at your physical hygiene. When you're being mindful of your physical hygiene, you are taking your energy, your consciousness, your time to devote to your body, your temple, your physical being, to keep it clean, to keep it smelling good, to make yourself presentable. And when you do that, you notice that when you put some time and energy into your appearance and keeping yourself clean, making yourself smell good, you attract more people to your life. You attract more people to your life because you become attractive. You've put some time and energy into your physical being to make yourself more attractive. So if we look at that through the lens of spiritual hygiene, we could pretty much use the powers of deduction to say, well, look, if I put some energy and time into my spiritual hygiene, then perhaps I might be able to attract more attention, more assistance from the spiritual realm. Now, without getting too, far off into woo-woo land, I just want you to feel into the possibility that just like you and I are here in the physical realm, that in the very same way there are beings, some people might call them guides, some people might call them angels. There are beings in the spiritual realm, and those beings are also able to influence and help us along the way in our life. They're able to give us some assistance through our intuition. And if we put some effort into how we are taking care of ourselves and living, if we get really excited and enthusiastic about our spiritual life, then it has been my experience that the friends or our spiritual super team, if you want to use that phrase, we begin to get them excited as well, and we begin to invite them into our lives. That's not to say that they're not already there, but just like in your regular day-to-day life, when you're an outgoing person, when you're enthusiastic, people want to be around that energy. People want to be around a person who is confident and moving and navigating through the world with some kind of purpose. And so with regard to our spiritual hygiene, what does that mean exactly? What that means is we are really putting an emphasis on our meditation practice. We're putting in a real emphasis, which means we're pouring our energy into this spiritual science of meditation every morning and every evening, because we understand that we're energetic beings interacting and living in an energetic system of gross physical material reality. And throughout the course of every day, we interact with people energetically and we take on some of their stuff. You ever notice, like when you're hanging out with people, sometimes they can influence you to start talking in a certain way. I know myself, I'm not a big cuss word person. I don't curse a lot. But if I hang out with people that are cussing and cursing, I've noticed in the past that I start picking up those habits. I start dropping F-bombs. You know what I mean? I'm sure you know and have experienced this for yourself. So when we begin to change some things about our life, we start to attract new influence, new types of people. But we have to consciously embark down this path. And we have to put some real energy and some real effort into this spiritual hygiene or spiritual cleanliness to keep ourselves clean and clear. And each one of us knows what it is in our own individual lives that we could use some help working on. Some of us, it might be alcohol. Some of us, it might be drugs, prescription drugs. Some of us, it might be we're abusive to ourselves. Some of us might be anxious or nervous or shy, or we're not social enough. Any of the millions of different things that we all can work on in improving ourselves. There's so much opportunity for us to bring more balance into our life. And we have the opportunity through keeping ourselves our priority in life on the spiritual path, on our spiritual path, we have the opportunity to keep that meditation practice strong. And through that, we begin to consciously surround ourselves with new people. So instead of hanging out with the people perhaps that helped us maybe go hang out at the bar, or we go clubbing, or maybe we get involved in some of the bad habits that we used to do and we're trying to stop, but we're not really trying to stop because every once in a while we still like to go out with those friends. Maybe through our meditation practice, and from the meditation practice we start to become open to possibly changing our diet. And now we've changed our diet a little bit. Now we're possibly feeling a little bit better physically. So now we have the energy to want to do yoga and yoga and exercise and run and get on a bike. Now that we're running and eating differently and on a bike and feeling really good, now we have all this energy going. Now we are literally physically a different person. We're living with more energy and abundance. Not only are we attracting new people in the physical world, but now, since we've actually put some real effort into our practice, now we've begun to attract more of that spiritual super team that we were talking about. Now we're attracting those angels and those guides to really give us some more momentum. And because we are putting in that effort, because we are enthusiastic, because we're no longer just talking the talk, but we're walking the walk, now we actually have a helping hand, some helping wings behind us to lift us up. Now, when we go to sleep and we fall asleep at night and we wake up and we just go about our day, no, now when we wake up in the morning, we remember our dreams. And no longer are dreams just dreams. Now our dreams begin to be another communication that helps us to navigate our life, because it's not just a rush of colors and weird symbols and situations that we wake up from. Now we wake up to, oh, that's what that was. Now we begin to really see that we are in an electromagnetic body, a temple, that if it's clean, if we're eating clean, if we're exercising it, if we're watering it, if we're taking care of it, now we begin to see through our senses in a new way, in new ways. And a whole new world opens up. A world opens up of new possibilities. A world opens up and you become a new person. You, in fact, become more than a person. You begin to see who you truly are, which is the true divine self and your true divine nature, which is behind the person, which is behind the personality, which is behind the ego mind. This all is expedited, and the momentum really gets going when you devote yourself and your time and your energy towards keeping yourself spiritually clean. So your spiritual hygiene is of the utmost importance. All right, y'all, my name is Michael Fireborn. May all beings everywhere take time every day for yoga meditation. May all beings everywhere treat one another with love and respect. And may all beings everywhere devote some time and energy to their daily practice to keep their spiritual life clean and hygienic. My name is Michael Fireborn. I'm right here with you. Peace.